Hi everyone, this is Manalishkaexplores and welcome to my channel where I'm currently sharing my spiritual healing journey. And if you haven't caught up on previous videos, the links are in the description. And in today's video, I will be diving into day 7 and 8. And I had to ask myself what were the deep root emotions that were causing my anger. Because anger is like a cover up for other emotions, and my spiritual healer explained it to me in such a nice way. She told me a story of a mother and a child who were out on the street and they were going to cross the road. But the child crossed the road before the mother, even though the mother told the child, do not cross, do not leave my hand, but the child just ran away. And the mother was like, when she reached the child, she was angry on the child, but deep down the real emotion was not anger. She was not angry on the child. She was afraid that something might have happened to the child. So let's say anger was covering up the fear that her child might have died or could have hit by a car or something. So ask yourself, every time when you're angry, ask yourself, what is the deep root emotion that anger is hiding in me? And I had to ask myself, what was my anger hiding? So let me read it for you. I have to read the day 7 and day 8. I need to read. Oops, sorry about that. So on day 7, I wrote, it was disappointment, being used, expectations not met. So I cannot say being used or expectations not met are emotions, but they are more like my feelings or the way how I was thinking. But disappointment, yes, it is an emotion. And I wrote here, got disappointed because when I needed my parents' help, they were helpless. They always said they didn't have enough money whenever I would need it, but they would always help my brothers with the money because they had money. And for day 8, I had to do the same exercise, and I wrote here, I feel disappointed. Then I feel I don't deserve it. That's why it's happening. I feel helpless and sad that I cannot control the situation. I want to be in control of every situation. I feel I don't deserve good treatment and I should be disappointed because I'm ugly and I don't belong to a good family. I feel guilty sometimes for living a nice life. Oh my God. So how many times have you told yourself that you don't deserve something just because you were thinking that you don't deserve to live a good life? How many times have you felt guilty for living a nice life? How many times you had to hide some of the things or your happiness from other people just because you thought they are going through hard times and you didn't want to express it near anyone because you were like, okay, I am living this nice life. I don't deserve it just because other people around me are not living a nice life. But that's not your responsibility. It's their responsibility to take care of their life. If you are living good, it means you are doing something right in your life and you are on the right path. So you should enjoy it instead of feeling guilty. And I know I have been there, and I still have it sometimes in me, because sometimes I just don't want to post something on Instagram because I feel there are people who are not living as nice as me and I don't want to do it, but I'm working on it and you can work on it too. As a brown woman, I can relate to it, that we have this guilt in ourselves that when some other people don't live as nice as us, we start self-sabotaging our life or ourselves because we think we don't deserve all the good things in life. But in reality, whatever you have, it's because you deserve it so much. So please do yourself a favor and stop feeling guilty for living a nice life even though others around you don't have it, because you have it. It means you deserve it, love. Enjoy it, embrace it. And it's time that we start allowing ourselves to live a nice life, and because it's not our responsibility to take care of everyone. Sure, you can help the people who are in need, but it's not your responsibility to do it. If you feel like doing it, do it, but it's not really your responsibility to think and feel guilty just because you are living nice. Now let's move on to day 9 and 10, and for these 2 days I had to reevaluate the major deep root emotions. And let me read. So I felt angry because I felt unworthy. I felt angry because of fear of abandonment, felt unworthy, felt disappointed, fear of abandonment, unworthiness, felt disappointed, unworthiness. So my major deep emotion was unworthiness, fear of abandonment, and disappointment. Most of our unworthiness stems from the society or the caregivers or parents, because we are not born feeling unworthy. We are born just like a computer. When you buy a new computer, you have to install all the programs, right? So our brain is also like that when we are newborns. So it's all the negative programming that's installed in our brains since we were kids from our society, from caregivers, from parents. But the good news is that you can reprogram your subconscious mind by unlearning all those negative beliefs and by constantly reminding yourself about your new beliefs. For example, if you have negative beliefs about your life, that how life is bad, you can consciously remind yourself every day, like a robot, everything about my life is easy and perfect. Everything is happening best case scenario for me. Everything that happens to me is for my highest good. And you can remind yourself every time whenever you have a negative thought. Catch yourself when you have a negative thought and then repeat these words, like change your negative beliefs with the positive one. In order to remove the negative thought, you need to install a new positive thought. So whenever you find yourself thinking negatively, you remind yourself these words, okay? Everything about my life is easy and perfect. Everything is happening best case scenario for me, and you will see huge differences. I can tell you this works because whenever I would have a negative thought, I would change my negative thought with these positive words. And now my life is literally like that because my subconscious started to accept those words and it started to give me proof in my real life. And my life is literally now easy and perfect. And you should just give it a try. So the takeaways from this video would be to not feel guilty when we live our best lives, when we have more money, more opportunities than others. The number 2 is that anger is a cover-up for other emotions. So you need to ask yourself what your anger is hiding deep down. Ask yourself, am I angry because I'm disappointed? Or am I angry because I'm afraid? Or am I angry because of something else? And lastly, you can change your negative beliefs and subconscious programming by affirming positively whenever you catch yourself having a negative thought. So just give it a try and you will definitely find huge difference in your daily life. I hope you resonated with today's video, and if you think it helped you or it will help someone else, you can share it with that person, as it will help grow my channel as well. So that's it for today's video. Take care of yourselves and I will see you guys in the next video. I love you all. Bye.